Alrighty, good evening, good morning, more rather. I'm Danielle Schenk in the 1011 Now streaming studio, just giving another update of what we're going to be seeing here. Mayor Leirion Gaylor Baird is anticipating a press conference here this morning as she shares the city's latest plans to replace the aging Bennett Martin Public Library downtown. This is regarding Lincoln's Central Library project. Now, back in May, Gaylor Baird and other city officials proposed purchasing and repurposing Southeast Community College's Education Square building to serve as the new Central Library. Built in 1962, Bennett Martin has long anchored Lincoln's library system. The proposed 80,000 square foot facility would bring modern amenities to the heart of downtown. I will take the mayor full screen here as we prepare to hear from her.
They're going to play something.
Yeah, I don't know, but I will text John.
Just tell me what to do.
We'll play the mayor.
All right, so Ryan, I'm going to have you on this side, and then I'm going to have...
Oh, okay, we're good.
Oh, and then I know it feels uncomfortable, but if you'll just come in.
Oh, sure, no, we just wanted to leave her space. No, it's amazing how wide the gap looks. We just wanted to make sure that you kind of had your zone. It's all good, it's all good.
How long's this whole thing? Approximately? Maybe like 10 minutes. Okay. But you'll be up there the whole time. So do we speak and then go right back to where we were? Okay. Yeah, so
I'll
the
just
mayor...
switch places with you when you speak.
Pass the baton.
Yeah.
So she'll introduce you, and then you'll go up to speak. She'll take your spot, and then when you're done, you'll just go right back. Just keep in mind you might be on camera the whole time. So just any facial expressions, that kind of thing. And then this does... and then this does make like...
Okay. Stand by to go live. And then 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, well, good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this news conference. With me at the podium this morning are Lincoln City Council Chair Justin Carlson, Lincoln City Libraries Director Ryan Weber, Vice President of Strategic Operations at Sampson Construction, Corey Bokun, and Tamara Sloan, co-owner and Director of Operations at the Mill Coffee and Tea. We're also joined by some of our library board members. Jackie Osterookie is with us, former Library Foundation board member. Dan Sloan is with us. And we've got representatives, Tiffany Hill and her assistant from the Library Foundation. And Carl Eskridge is with us as well, which is to say we have a lot of excitement and support in the room for the announcements we're about to make. And they are about our new modern library. 21st century libraries power 21st century cities, and modern libraries are more than books. Modern libraries catalyze innovation and creativity, they foster community connection, they promote lifelong learning, increase digital literacy and access to technology, improve educational outcomes, support economic opportunity, and enhance overall quality of life. And that's why my administration plans to transform the former Southeast Community College building at 1111 O Street into a modern library for Lincoln's future. And today we're here to share two big announcements that move us closer to making Lincoln's new modern library a reality. First, I am thrilled to announce that we have selected Sampson Construction as the general contractor for our Central Library project. And second, I'm equally excited to announce that the Mill Coffee and Tea has been chosen to operate the cafe inside the new library. Based right here in Lincoln, Sampson Construction and the Mill have served our community for a combined total of 123 years, years during which they have earned their reputations for excellence and success. And beyond these track records for business excellence, the fact that Sampson Construction and the Mill are both local companies ensures that our new Central Library's private sector partners are people who care deeply about Lincoln. Together, these partnerships represent continued forward progress on one of Lincoln's most anticipated public investments. And at this time, I'd like to invite up our Lincoln City Libraries Director, Ryan Weber, to share more details about these new partnerships and how they will advance progress on our new modern library. Director Weber.
Thank you, Mayor. Today's a special day in the forward progress toward a new central library that will not only transform a block in the heart of downtown, but public library service for all residents. We're so pleased to have Sampson Construction as the general contractor. We will utilize a construction manager at risk process, which is ideal for the project as it brings the Sampson team on board early during the design process, allowing them to provide valuable input on constructability, material selection, cost estimating, and scheduling. This early collaboration helps identify and solve potential problems before construction begins, reducing change orders and cost overruns. Sampson will oversee subcontractor selection and performance to ensure quality standards, and the open book and collaborative approach to the construction manager at risk process allows the city to see real-time cost estimates, subcontractor bids, and contingency use. Simply put, this teamwork approach between the city and the architects at BVH and MSR Design, Project Control, and Sampson will help keep the project on track and within budget with excellent communication and planning along the way. We're also excited that the Mill Coffee will be a partner with us at the new library. Their experience and approach to retail coffee gives us the confidence that we'll have a building partner who creates an experience that complements what Lincoln City Libraries is all about. And that is being a very public space that encourages community connection through a welcoming environment. We brought them on board early to assist in preparing the best design and use of space for them and the library. Lincoln City Libraries depends every day on partnerships that add value to what we do and how we serve the community. And we're thrilled to be working with both Sampson Construction and the Mill Coffee as we move together toward creating the new Central Library. This project is historic, and it couldn't happen without the tremendous team that we have helping to make it a reality, including our incredible library staff and library board members, staff from the mayor's office and other city departments, the architect team members at BVH Architecture and MSR Design, and our owners' representatives at Project Control. This is going to be fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Director Weaver, for your leadership on this project. Sampson Construction has been part of Lincoln's story for over 70 years, and in that time they've helped build cornerstones of our community like the new Sand Hills Global Youth Complex ball fields, Haymarket Park, as well as some of our public libraries, the Gear, Walt, and Isley branches. Sampson is committed to our community, and we are happy to commit to doing this project with them. And we are really honored to have Corey Vokoun here with us this morning to share more on the perspective as the general contractor. So thank you for your investment in Lincoln, Corey, and we'd love to hear a few words from you about what this day means.
Thank you, Mayor. Our company, our team, and our family, we're thrilled to be selected to build the new library. Lincoln's needed a new central library for years, and Ryan, Mayor, you have selected the perfect solution. We've got an outstanding design team with MSR and BBH, and it will be spectacular. We're honored to be part of it. This project has the word legacy or cornerstone, as you used, attached to it, which adds another layer of meaning and purpose to the work that we do. In our 70 years in Lincoln, we've been fortunate to build many buildings in the city where we live, where we work, where we heal, where we worship, or simply places to have fun. As I look back on the projects of past generations and those ones that get that legacy or those cornerstone labels, those are those community gems that define Lincoln. They define what it's like to live here and what it's like to grow up here. Those are the ones that when you visit with family and friends, you get to say, hey, we built this, or maybe someone in our office, in our accounting department or marketing department say, I worked on that. And you feel like a community builder and not just the contractor. This is one of those projects. Of our 325 employees, 123 of them have a Lincoln, Nebraska address. And I know I speak for all of them when I say that we're honored to build this for our community, for our own families,
as well as all of yours, our neighbors, and our friends, for those who are here today, as well as the future generations. Our team, which is the same team that just completed the Sandhills Global Youth Complex at First and Cornhusker, is another one of those cornerstone projects, has already started diving into the details, and we're ready to turn this concept into a reality. We've built a nationally ranked construction company here in Lincoln, nestled right down south by Highway 2, and we have national leading expertise and technology. The best part about it is all those folks live right here. I want to thank you, Ryan, and Project Control, and as Mayor and your staff, for your trust in us and confidence in us to do this project, and we're excited and ready for the next step. Thank you.
Okay, I was getting choked up there. I know. Dang. It is building community, and we appreciate that you see it that way, so thank you. Okay, well, it seems like no matter where a Mill coffee shop pops up, there's always a buzz, and not just from the caffeine. We're excited to continue that trend inside our new Central Library, and here to share more about the Mill's dedication to creating those spaces that bring people together and how their new space will continue that tradition is Mill Coffee and Tea co-owner and Director of Operations, Tamara Sloan. Tamara, thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Can I just second Corey? That was fabulous. Really special. And I agree, we're another family here that contributes to and wants to continue to contribute to all the growth of Lincoln. It's so important to us. The Mill's very excited, obviously, to be part of the Lincoln City Library project for the Central Library. And one of the things that Bill is most proud of is creating spaces where people love to connect and the community come together. This project brings both of those things together for us, and so that's why it's so important that we're a part of this. The new Central Library will be transformational for Lincoln, particularly for this area of downtown. We truly look forward to partnering with Ryan, all of your amazing librarians, and the city to help us create an experience that all of our community members and visitors alike will seek out and be so proud of. There are a few institutions in the community that are as community-based as our public libraries. We love that there are places that are welcome, and here everyone's welcome, and the books are free. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we all know that a library with a cafe and snacks is more family-friendly than one without them. So thank you for what you're doing for our families who visit the library, too. All right, well, we would not be moving forward with this modern Central Library project without the support and advocacy and leadership of our Lincoln City Council. I am so grateful for their partnership and support of this project, and here to share his perspective on the public value of this project is Lincoln City Council Chairperson Justin Carlson. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. On behalf of the Lincoln City Council, I'd like to thank the Mayor, Director Weber, and our team at Lincoln City Libraries, the Foundation for Lincoln City Libraries, and all the project partners for your great work to move this project forward. When the Lincoln City Council voted 7-0 this summer in support of our new Central Library, we cast a vote for smart, responsible investment in public infrastructure that improves our residents' quality of life. In Lincoln, we recognize the power of public-private partnerships and local collaboration to accomplish great things. The Central Library project builds on this proud local tradition. We want our new Central Library to reflect our community's vision for it. With Sampson Construction and the Mill leading the way, this vision is now in the best possible hands. We are excited for construction to begin and the project to continue to take shape. Once again, thank you to Sampson Construction and the Mill, and thank you to the many Lincoln residents for your engagement and support of this vitally important project. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Carlson, and thank you to everyone who has lent their support, time, their expertise, their encouragement, and to this project, and from the members of the library boards and the Foundation for City Libraries, the boards past and present. I mean, we are building on the shoulders of so many people who've come before us to realize this vision, and I want to thank Ryan and your staff once again. The philanthropic partners, we've got a lot of generous people who've already contributed. The Lincoln Community Foundation has been a part of our work. The leaders of Amplify Lincoln. this is truly a community-wide effort for a project that will serve everyone in our community. So really, today's announcements are about wonderful projects that are partners that are helping to move this project forward and create a new central library that will benefit Lincoln for generations to come. It is a legacy project. And with that, we would love to open this up for any questions there are from the media. Anthony.
Can you guys offer like an estimated timeline as to, when the next steps are and kind of go through those steps in a timeline fashion, if you will?
I'll say the high level, we plan to cut the ribbon in 2028, and we can't wait to get there. And Ryan, do you want to share more
sure.
about the next initial steps?
So we've been involved in the schematic design phase up until the end of this week, when we'll have those set of drawings ready to go. And that's why it's so important to bring in Sampson at this point during the next phase, which is design development. We expect design development to go through probably midwinter, and then we'll go out to bid with several different packages beginning in spring of '26. And then demolition, interior demolition, and construction would take place or begin in summer and fall of next year.
26.
26, that's correct.
So I know 2028 is a long way away, and maybe I'm biased because I'm a night owl, but one of the things I love about the mill near me in the Telegraph District is that it's open so late. Do you have any idea about the hours of the new central library and how that might compare with the Bennett Martin Library hours right now?
That's to be determined. I mean, we're still projecting something that will be consistent with how we deliver service across the city, but we know that we have partners where that potentially will play into a positive effect for us in terms of how we provide service. But we expect that the mill will be open outside of library hours.
Probably earlier and later.
Great. And was there any I don't know, the contractor, the general contractor, was there any sort of I don't know, money or bidding process that you can say at this time about sort of how that worked and why the contractor was chosen? Yeah.
So again, kind of high level because I'm a librarian by profession. But we went through the city process, which is a normal process, a request for proposal, bid process, and that occurred this fall. And the mayor appointed an evaluation or selection committee that reviewed all of the proposals that we received and scored and ranked, and then that's how we got here today for both of these processes. Yeah.
Can somebody, kind of maybe the mayor or somebody else, go into how many bids were received and that were all kind of looked over before deciding on Sampson?
Yeah, 7.
Yep, there were 7 that we received.
And do you know, just kind of, you kind of mentioned a bit it during the briefing, but why was Sampson chosen out of the 7 that were available, other than obviously they're right here in town and we kind of know their quality of work? Was there anything else that kind of stood out to you about Sampson that said, was it their cost for doing things, or what was it about them that really made you guys say, let's have these guys work on our project?
Yeah, I think it was everything you just mentioned. It was a combination of many different factors. Their cost proposal, their experience, their level of commitment that was displayed, not only in their official proposal, but through oral interviews. We got to see their team and hear their thoughts on constructability, timeliness, contingency for how they would deal with a busy O Street, especially right there with Project O Street coming up, how we would deal with the logistics there. So it was a combination of many things that scored them higher during the initial process, and then we conducted oral interviews of the top 5 candidates or companies, and they stood out at the end of that.
Well, now you spurred another question. You mentioned Project O Street. How will this construction and this work in the library impact or affect people with Project O Street happening at around the same time?
Our goal with Project O Street is to make these essential infrastructure improvements, which include, resurfacing parts of O Street, improving the sidewalks and streetscape, and replacing a 100-year-old water main, to do that in the most efficient, effective way that minimizes disruption. And so it's a sort of a phased project, and we will be moving from east to west on O Street, starting closer to 16th. And so as we have been planning for that, there's been very careful attention to how this will intersect with the library project. And essentially, the Project O Street team will be moving west, but will leave the block that is where the Southeast Community College building, now the City of Lincoln Library building, they won't do the streetscape right there. They will allow for the library project to do the streetscape improvements. So we will be coordinated very closely with the Project O Street team, but allowing the library to be constructed independently.
So that part of O Street is going to be dealt with by the library construction team?
That part of the streetscape, so the south side of O Street.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you have a hard number of what the cost proposal by Sampson was for the contract?
I didn't bring it with me. Do you have it with you?
I
Sorry.
don't
We
have
can get
it
you that
memorized. We could
information.
get that for
Yeah.
you though.
All right. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you again so much for joining us for these exciting announcements. We're so excited to be moving forward on this incredible public investment for the people of Lincoln, and thank you for tuning in.
Clear?
Great. Good job.
Here we go. They just ended that. I will turn a few things off here and kind of give you a recap of what we just listened to. I guess I'll leave that one up. Alrighty, so I'm Danielle Shank. Good morning. I'm used to saying good evening, still getting used to the new shift here, but I'm Danielle Shank in the 1011 Now streaming studio to recap the update from city officials regarding Lincoln Central Library project. Here, we'll start with the backstory here. Back in May, the mayor and other city officials proposed purchasing and repurposing Southeast Community College's Education Square building to serve as the new central library. Built in 1962, Bennett Martin Public Library has long anchored Lincoln's library system. The proposed 80,000 square foot facility for this new central Lincoln project would bring modern amenities to the heart of downtown, including community meeting spaces, interactive youth areas, digital labs, a coffee shop, a makerspace, and a rooftop auditorium. There would also be a connected parking garage and skywalk access to improve accessibility. Now, city leaders have called the plan a once-in-a-generation opportunity to meet modern needs at a lower cost. The Education Square project is estimated at about $46 million, nearly 35% less than other options explored in the city's 2024 Library Facilities Master Plan. Now, funding that we had back in May, some details about that. Funding would include $23 million in municipal infrastructure bonds, $5.2 million in interfund loans, and $18 million in private contributions, 1/3 of which has already been committed. Now, today, the mayor had announced that 2 local companies will be making an impact on this modern library. Sampson Construction will be the contractor, and the Mill Coffee and Tea will operate the cafe. Sampson just recently completed the Sandhills Global Youth Complex, and a Sampson official mentioned a majority of their employees actually have a Lincoln address, so it's special to them that they get to have a big hand in such an important project. Officials said that construction will likely begin next summer in 2026, and they hope to cut the ribbon in 2028. Now, we at 1011 also asked about the impact to Project O Street, because that'll be happening around the same time and, of course, in the same area. The mayor said that they will be working from east to west on this project, but when Project O Street crews kind of get close to the block for the library, they will leave that alone, kind of skip over it and continue down on west. So then the library crews will be constructing the area around that, including repaving of the street. Now, you can stay tuned to our website for more details on this Central Library project from today. We will get those up. And our website, app, and Roku app is also where you can find updates to the stream that we had this morning, just an hour before this one, regarding Lincoln Police discussing an in-custody suicide investigation. You can also follow us on all of our social platforms for those updates. So from our newsroom to wherever you are, we'll see you on the next stream.